Hello, I'm Les Schmidt. Thank you for watching. Uh, this is Les for Your Most Amazing Life, and today I want to share a story about Chloe, how Chloe came into my life, and what it has meant to me. So it started over 13 years ago when I was floating down the river, the Susquehanna River, on a fishing trip, 6 miles from Schaefer's Island to our campground where my wife and I kept a camping trailer. So I pulled into the little ramp right below where our trailer is, and as I'm pulling up the ramp, I saw a lady on the bank with a walking a small brown and white dog, and just making conversation. I said, "Hello, what breed is that dog?" She said, "Long-haired miniature dachshund." I said, "Oh, she's very cute," and I dragged my little floater up to our trailer. I shared with my wife. I said, "Oh, I just saw the cutest little brown and white dog down by the ramp." Oh, it wasn't too many minutes later that a lady with that little brown and white dog happened to come up in front of our trailer. My wife stepped out and she greeted the lady and she petted the dog. Dog's name was Bella. And so she fell in love with this long haired miniature dachshund. The next thing I know, over the next few weeks, she was going on the internet and researching long-haired miniature dachshunds, and she would show me pictures of this one and that one. And my wife is very good at picking out what she likes, things that have uh, good form and color composition and cuteness and a lot of qualities. She's very, and she'll take a lot of time to do that. So she found one day that she showed me, and I thought, yep, very, very cute. I thought they were all cute. Then she asked me, would you be okay with me getting a dog? And without even thinking, I said, yeah, no problem, as long as you take care of it. I was working a very busy manager's position. I had a pretty good idea of what it takes to take care of a dog properly, and I knew that I wasn't prepared to do that. So she did all the research. She called the vet and checked this little puppy out very carefully, and she made a deal. It was located in Iowa, and she made the arrangements to have uh, this dog, this puppy, flown out on a flight from Iowa to Harrisburg, where we were living, near where we were living. So 11:30 one night, we went over to the airport, and there she was in this crate, cutest little thing you ever saw. So we picked her up, petted her, and my wife held her, and we went to the car, drove home, and then over the next few weeks or a month or so, I noticed how my wife and my stepdaughter, who was living with us at the time, would take little Chloe, we named her, took her out for her 2 minute drill to do her business and then bring her right back inside. And as she grew, I mean, I know something about hunting dogs, and this is, in fact, a hunting breed. They have those instincts. And what dogs want to do is they want to sniff, they want to roll on the ground, they want to explore. And in the case of a dachshund, they want to chase little critters, they want to hunt them. So I began to take Chloe as she matured out and let her roam the neighborhood. And and she would get on the scent of a rabbit and chase rabbit. It was comical, from what they tell me, watching me following Chloe running around after her as she chased rabbits around the neighborhood. But that's what we did. And so, for whatever reason, perhaps because I spoiled her the most, Chloe became most attached to me. She would always choose me. She always wanted to be on my lap by my side constantly. So over time, she more or less became my dog, and because she went to me all the time, and I ended up taking full care of her. I moved to Florida before my wife. I had a job down there. We had a trailer. Chloe came with me. And now on the weekends, we're at our condo. Well, during the week when I'm working at my job, an hour and a half away, Chloe stays with me. So here's what's so special about that is the unconditional love that you can only experience through an animal. I love my wife, my children, my grandchildren, many people dearly, but there's some way that you can, that unconditional love they give you, and that what they don't expect anything from you. We can't do anything wrong unless we beat them, which is unthinkable. So here's what I discovered, what I believe. I believe that I am Chloe's assignment. Now, this is pretty heavy, okay, but I believe that I'm the reason she's here, or at least she thinks that, and she is actually looking after me. Animals, dogs give off a high vibration. We as humans can develop a higher vibration by tuning into higher things, by learning to love more and have more kindness in our life. We actually raise our vibration. Everything has a vibration. Dogs naturally have a vibration of 500, the vibration of love. So that's why being around pets is so calming and so healthy for most of us. And my dad died when he was 53 of a heart attack. I had rheumatic fever when I was 19, which uh, usually leaves you with a bad heart valve. I'll be 79 in a month. So Chloe is 13 now, and I believe she's had a heart murmur since she was a pup. I have a heart murmur. Now I'm able to do pretty much what I want to do. I don't have the stamina that I once had, but I can still run, swim, and do a lot of physical things. I'm convinced that Chloe has healed my heart, that she's kept my heart young and healthy through that love, that unconditional love that I've been immersed with for so long. And I think she sends me direct signals. She will look in my eyes for a minute, 2 minutes at a time, just looking into my eyes with this love. And and I can just feel those signals, what she's sending me. I've tuned into pet psychics by phone uh, sessions a couple times, at least two, maybe three times, who were pet psychics. And they work with humans as well, but they work with mostly the pet owners. And so these pet psychics were telling me what Chloe was telling me, what her words were, and what her questions were. And I had some questions for her, and they were able to answer those questions in a way that made perfect sense to me. So over the years, I have Chloe. They're teachers. Pets are teachers. And what has Chloe taught me? Well, she's taught me to be a caregiver. Being a caregiver is not something I'm just naturally good at. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm a loving person, a caring person. I'm a kind person. I'm a doer. I'm a server. But being a caregiver was not something that comes naturally or easily to me. But as her caregiver, I've learned to look after her constantly. Not only to pick up after her, feed her, and nurture her, but she's had a lot of illnesses and injuries. She's had the typical dachshund back injuries twice that I had to help nurse her through. And then I've studied energy healing over the years. I've actually worked directly with energy healers, been to um, workshops with them, and so I'm able to practice my energy healing on Chloe. I mean, right now she's by my side, and I can just feel her love. She's laying up against my leg. So being a caregiver is one thing she's taught me, and it's even I've even read from pet psychics and pet specialists that who are very highly evolved people who understand the spiritual side of things, who claim that a pet will actually make themselves ill in order to teach you something, in order to bring something for your growth and well-being into your life. That's pretty amazing. And what Chloe does for me, I'm a busy guy. I'm a big thinker. I'm involved in projects. I have a very demanding job. Fortunately, as director of a big body shop and dealerships operation. And so it's easy to be distracted, be focused on other things. And I'm also working on this, Your Most Amazing Life project, where I'm creating audios, videos, and I have a busy social life. Like most of us, I have a busy life. So it's easy to be distracted and not pay attention to nature, to the small, meaningful things in life. So what I've noticed is, what I've learned to do is to notice those little things that Chloe does. You know, when she gets excited about sniffing something when we're out for a walk, she'll sniff a certain bush, and I just imagine what she's smelling off that bush. Or she'll bark at a cat or a UPS truck going by. But out in the our wanderings, to see her get excited about certain things and the things that she pays attention to draws me down into her world. It slows me down. It gets me out of the distractions and gets me right down, and I can share her world with her. Same thing you do with children. It's what I do with my grandchildren. It brings me right down into being a 3-year-old or 5-year-old, being a child again. So those are some of the things that are coming up for me right now that I wanted to share about how Chloe came into my life, how she became my dog. Now she still loves my wife, loves her dearly. When she sees her, she gets all excited, wags her tail. But boom, then she wants to come back over with me. So there's something really special going on, and that's very powerful. So I want you to say hi to Chloe. Come on up here, Chloe. Come up and say hi to everybody. There she is, 13 years young. Say hi to say hi to all the wonderful people out there. So this is Chloe. That's our quick story. I wanted to share that with you because I think it's really, really special. Whether you're a pet lover or not a pet lover, some people don't like animals, and some people just actually do. They love them. So thank you for watching. This is Les Schmidt for Your Most Amazing Life.